All right, welcome back. I think today is the day we're gonna take the Porsche wheels and to at least get a quote for what it's gonna cost to refinish them. Let me show you what we're working with down here. So we've got kind of a mixture of things going on between all of these. We've got this guy here, which just has a whole bunch of this crackling happening in the finish. Basically the entire finish of the wheel is bad and has to be redone. This one's not bad. This one has a little bit of curbing on it, but also not bad. If I didn't have to get the others done, probably would just run them as is. This one has definitely been done before. There's just a lot of orange peel. There's spots of like missing clear coat. So we're gonna take these in and get an idea of how much it's gonna cost to have them refinished, OEM in the silver paint, or see how much it'd be to do a full polish on them. Might be kind of weird, might be kind of cool. We'll just get an idea of what the price is. You know, if I get them polished, I can always scuff them up and paint them too. So let's get them loaded up. All right, so sorry for kind of the shaky video. I'm doing this sort of last minute without my stabilizer, but I am plugging back in the TPMS sensor for this car. It has it as a factory option. 06, it was not standard equipment. It wasn't mandatory yet to have tire pressure monitor systems. Previous owner disconnected it and then had it coded out. I am getting new tires and I like having TPMS, especially systems like on this car where it actually tells you the exact pressure. So I'm gonna plug this back in, and then I'll probably have to go to the dealership and have them actually like reactivate it, but we'll see. All right, there's the sensor up by the master brake cylinder. Get some of these other wires tucked out of the way. This has all the factory Bose amps bypass, so there's a few extra little wires here and there. I'll get that situated. There we go. All right, we got the wheels back. Last week, we got them back loaded up in the car. We're gonna go drop them off and get tires installed. We had kind of a wild week where it was 80 degrees on Monday, and then Wednesday morning we had a blizzard come through. I think it dropped like 4 inches of snow, really wet, heavy snow. And the start of the storm actually had a bunch of dust from New Mexico and Texas that made it all the way up to Nebraska. So the first layer of snow is just absolutely filthy brown looking. And as the snow is melting today, everything is just coated in this like nasty brown film. It's probably similar to like wildfire, just where there's just a layer of brown debris on top of everything that was outside during the storm. But we're heading to Discount Tire, gonna drop these wheels off, and then we'll go pick them up at the end of the day and put them on sometime this weekend. All right, we're back in the garage. We missed posting a video last week. There's still stuff in progress here. So I've been fighting this freeze plug, this guy right there. Been fighting this freeze plug leaking on me. I've got the new head gasket on. We got some sort of a fix in there that I'm feeling pretty good is gonna work, but I don't have the rest of this back together. You will see more details of that in a future video. I'm hoping just in the next week or two. I really want to get this wrapped up. I'm getting tired of posting these videos that don't have a ton of progress but have a lot of work. So I'm trying to kind of bank up a few different weeks here and hopefully get that going. In the meantime, we do have the freshly refinished Lobster Forks or Lobster Claws. I think technically they're Lobster Fork because that's what they look like, but people call them Lobster Claws because it's a funny name. But we're gonna swap those on here. These are gonna get listed for sale. What's on the car now are 20-inch wheels. They're a cool design. I just think 20s are too big. Some people think that they look fine. But I want 19s on there, and I do like how these look. I think they're kind of iconic for the 997 generation. So we are going to swap those on. It's really windy outside. Another reason why I'm a little delayed in videos is working on installing a mini split AC and heat system in the home office, which is the finished attic, so 3 stories up. It's super windy today. We worked on it some yesterday. We were trying to get more done today because we're having to modify the siding and run lines down the outside. We actually gave up because it is just too windy. Actually, we'll peek outside real quick. And this big old tree branch fell down from the neighbor's tree. It actually was on their roof and then slid partway down and caught their cable line and almost hit the Touareg. And the wind knocked it the rest of the way down to the ground, so it no longer poses a threat. It's been crazy. We had this crazy snowstorm, a few inches of snow, but just crazy winds. It was like 60 to 70 mile an hour gusts for a day. We kept having power flickering a few times an hour. Anyways, we're gonna pull the Touareg out. We're gonna get the 911 down and swap some wheels and tires. The 911, it's an 06, so it's the last year before tire pressure monitoring systems were mandatory. It actually has it as an option, and it's been disabled by the original owner, and I'm working on enabling it. So we got everything plugged back in. I've got my scanner where I was able to turn most things on, but I do have to go to the dealership for one last thing. The new wheels and tires have sensors in them, so I'm hoping we'll slap these on, see how it looks. Hopefully it looks good, and then we'll go for a spin and make sure that the sensors are calibrating to the car and all that. Got the wheels swapped. We actually had kind of an interesting drive yesterday after getting the wheels on. Went out to meet my parents for dinner. We stopped at Target on the way home and a freak storm came through. Super isolated, but it reactivated all the road salt that's still on the road from the winter. So the 911 is pretty filthy now. We also had an incident where the wind was blowing and it blew a shopping cart into the rear bumper of it, which was a big bummer. I chased down one cart that looked like it was heading towards it, and it veered off towards another car, so I saved this other car. And then when I was getting in here, another rogue cart came, hit the back of this car, and then hit the first car. But we're going to just try and get it kind of freshened back up here and get get all that grime back off of it. Well, we've got the 911 all washed. Just need to touch up some water drips. I don't know why, but this car has the worst flash rusting rotors that I've ever had. So if you don't take it for a drive right after the wash, the rotors get super rusty, just like overnight. To the point where when you go to drive it next, it just leaves brake dust all the way down the side of the car. It's pretty gross. So I'm gonna do a little touch up, then we're gonna get the Tiguan cleaned. We've got an appointment set up to get an alignment on this and to finish re-enabling the tire pressure monitoring system. I have everything enabled except for the gauge cluster doesn't show it. That's a separate menu that I can't access with my scan tool. Otherwise it's plugged in. I can tell that it's reading the sensors. Everything's working. I just need the dealership to go into the cluster and enable that menu. Also have tie rods coming for this. The front steering's just slightly loose. That was noted last oil change, and when I swapped these wheels over, I could kind of feel that as well. So the next couple of weeks, we'll try and get that installed. Then it'll go in for the alignment and getting the rest of the tire pressure sensors mounted. If anyone is shopping for some 20-inch Porsche wheels, let me know. I've got them listed just on Marketplace right now, but hey, asking $2,500 for the wheels and tires. They're perfect for a 991 fitment. They're a little bit big on a 997, but they look really good. They have really good tires. Like I mentioned, next time we'll be back working on this. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.